Here is your permission slip. Whatever it is that you are waiting for permission for, you get to grant yourself. I know, but I still want to remind you that there are people out there waiting for you to say yes to blooming. The permission slip is something that you get to grant yourself right now. Now, and now. In every single moment, you get to give yourself permission to say yes or say no, to decline or affirm and say, yeah, I'm going to go for that. This is your permission slip right now. I'm granting it to you. If you've been waiting for it, here it is. You have a choice. Every single day, you get to choose which timeline to live on. Your brightest, bravest, and most balanced timeline, or the timeline of pushing, proving, and pleasing. Which timeline would you like to live on? You get to decide. You get to give yourself that permission slip to decide. To decide means to cut off. It means to cut off one thing for the other, one direction for the other, one person for another, one dream for another, one vision for another. You always get to give yourself a permission slip, day in and day out. The question really is, are you receptive to receive it, to act upon it? Are your mind, your subconscious mind, rewired enough to be able to actually follow through? Again, here's your permission slip. Here it is. I'm giving it to you right now. But who cares whether I give it to you? Because it doesn't matter whether someone else does. Because at the end of the day, the only permission slip that actually matters is your own. It's when you give yourself permission to go beyond and bloom beyond that circumstance, that limit, that restriction, that relationship, that conflict, that thing that is no longer in alignment, that business or career or whatever it might be. It's only your own permission slip that can actually allow you to bloom beyond it, to open yourself up to the new, which always there is new. But what happens is that you might have so much attachment to the old, which the old is just the moment that was, that which was. It's only when you open yourself up to the new that these seeds get to take root, to rise and bloom. So here's your permission slip, to go somewhere when you have even the slightest nudge to go for it, to go there. Here's your permission slip to begin exploring that curiosity you have for that certain interest or that certain thing that you've been thinking of doing. Here's your permission slip to have that conversation, to make that call, to send that text. Here's your permission slip to choose you. If you have been people-pleasing, this is your permission slip to return energy towards the light, the sunflower, and the bloomer within you. That takes immense courage. That takes so much bravery. You get to give yourself that permission slip. And I'm just reminding you right now that you get to take it. You get to grant yourself any permission slip that you want because this is your life. You came here for a reason. Remember? Just remember that. Come back to the remembrance that before you came here, you made certain decisions. You came here for something. To experience love, wholehearted love. That is the only thing that everyone comes here for to this planet. We come here to experience love and to be love. Be that which we truly are, our core essence, which is wholehearted love. That is why one of the last modules in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program is actually on wholehearted love. Wholehearted love. To give yourself permission to forgive yourself and others for that which you thought you wanted, but ended up not wanting anymore. Give yourself forgiveness for the kinds of judgments that you've imposed onto yourself, the shoulds and the have-tos that you've taken on. And come back to wholehearted love, knowing that you are enough, no matter what you do or don't do. And remember, when you then have this permission slip there, you're like, okay, so what do I do with it? Your rational mind will come up with all sorts of reasons why you can't, why you shouldn't, why you have to do something else right now, why you have to choose something else right now, why you have to stick with the way things are. That's your analytical mind, which is the perfectionism. So you want to just observe those thoughts right there. Observe them and thank them for wanting to keep you safe. Wanting to keep you safe. Safe. But are you here to be safe? Are you here to, survive? Or are you here to also thrive? Obviously both, but remember all the ancestors that led up to you being here. Their sacrifices. What they've had to gone through. What they have gone through. For you to be where you are now, and you get to not just survive, but thrive. You get to create your reality. And that begins by you recognizing that your choice has immense power. It sends a quantum message to the universe that I am giving myself permission now. And so you will receive. And so it is, right? So say thank you for wanting to keep me safe, fear. Thank you. But I'm here to live. I'm here to thrive, not just survive. I'm here to bloom beyond that which I previously thought I never could bloom beyond. I live abundantly. I live courageously. I live magnetically. I live in a bright, brave, and balanced way because I am a light, a sunflower, and a bloomer, right? How does that feel? How does that feel? Say, I release the need to be in control. I release the need to know the outcome of my desires. I release attachment to know all the details of why I feel called to do certain things, go certain places, and meet certain people. I let go of having to have perfect this and that, whatever it might be, before I do what my heart is beating for. Let's say I let go of having to have perfect finances to make that call, to do that decision, to go to that place, to open myself up to that person. I let go of having to have the perfect body to show up and let myself be seen. I let go of having to have this kind of perfect facade, have the perfect skills, have the perfect technique in order to create something. I let go of having to have everything perfectly in place before I invite a baby before I invite myself to get pregnant or to have a baby with someone, right? I allow myself and I let go of having to have perfect this and that before I do, and invite into my reality that which I feel my heart is beating for. I let go. I let go. I let go. And I invite in this yes to this permission slip right now. Feel it. Truly soak in this. Say yes to your permission slip and see how that transforms your life. And I would love to hold your hand and support you and have your back as you take this permission slip and transform your reality beyond perfectionism. Go to bloombeyond.com/apply to come into the Bloom Beyond tribe, which is for other sunflowers, which are free guests, and also bloomers, which are paid clients. You can come in there. We can get to know each other. I can get to know your current and desired situation and support you in that journey of living from that place of knowing that you are worthy, of saying yes, of granting yourself permission slip after permission slip after permission slip. It never ends. It's a new lifestyle. It's a new way of living. It's a new way of creating. Stay bright, brave, and balanced, and go to the link in the description to bloombeyond.com/apply to apply. And here is again the reminder that the permission slip is always there. It's just a matter of you taking it and saying yes, which you do, don't you?